Unlocking your true self. The first step to enlightenment. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, do I truly know who I am? Not just the name you go by, not the role you play in society, but the real you. The thoughts, the emotions, the deep desires that shape your existence. Most of us spend our entire lives searching for answers outside of ourselves. We chase success, approval, and happiness in the material world, believing that fulfillment lies somewhere out there. But what if I told you that everything you've been searching for is already within you? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to lose ourselves. Society tells us who we should be, family expectations shape our choices. Social media influences our dreams. And before we know it, we're living a life that doesn't even feel like our own. We become disconnected from our true selves, trapped in patterns that do not reflect who we really are. But here's the truth. If you don't take the time to understand yourself, you will always be influenced by the outside world. You will make decisions based on fear rather than clarity. You will seek validation from others instead of trusting your own inner wisdom. True freedom begins with self-awareness. When you truly know yourself, you are no longer controlled by external expectations. You gain emotional mastery, clarity of purpose, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. And this is not just about personal growth. This is about something even deeper. This is about enlightenment. Buddha himself did not find the truth by looking outside. He turned inward. He observed his thoughts, his emotions, his attachments. And through deep self-awareness, he awakened. His journey teaches us one powerful lesson. Suffering is not caused by the world around us. It is created within our own minds. And if suffering is created within, then freedom must also begin from within. And that means you are in control. The answers you seek, the peace you long for, the purpose you are searching for, they are already within you. The journey to enlightenment does not begin in a distant temple or through some grand achievement. It begins right here, with you, right now. So let me ask you again, do you truly know yourself? If the answer is no, don't worry. This is where your journey begins. In the next steps, we will explore the wisdom of Buddhism and the insights of modern science to understand the nature of the self. And most importantly, I will share with you the powerful practices, meditation, deep reflection, and mindful living that will help you reconnect with your true essence. Because enlightenment is not some distant dream. It is possible. It is real. And it starts with you. Understanding yourself through the lens of Buddhism and science. What does it truly mean to understand yourself? Many people think they know who they are simply because they remember their past, their preferences, and their habits. But self-awareness goes much deeper than that. It is about seeing beyond the surface, beyond the roles and labels society has given you, to uncover the true nature of your existence. Throughout history, different traditions have explored the question of self-awareness. Two of the most powerful perspectives come from Buddhism and modern science. Though they come from different worlds, they both reveal the same truth. Who you think you are is not fixed. And with the right understanding, you can transform your life. The nature of the self in Buddhism. Buddhism teaches that our idea of a permanent self is an illusion. We often say I am this or I am that, believing there is a fixed identity inside us. But if we look closely, we will see that this self is constantly changing. The concept of non-self or anatta explains that there is no unchanging core within us. Instead, we are made up of 5 aggregates or skandhas. These are form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. Every thought we have, every emotion we feel, and every experience we go through is part of these ever-changing elements. Nothing stays the same. Think about it. The person you were 5 years ago is not the same person you are today. Your thoughts, beliefs, and even your body have changed. This is why Buddhism teaches us not to hold on too tightly to our identities. If we can see the self as fluid, we can begin to let go of unnecessary suffering. Another key Buddhist teaching is dependent origination or pratityasamutpada. It states that everything in life arises because of causes and conditions. Your thoughts, emotions, and even your personality are shaped by experiences, relationships, and past influences. You are not separate from the world around you. You are a product of all the things that have come before. Understanding this truth is liberating. It means that if your current state of mind brings suffering, you are not trapped. You can change. Just as external conditions have shaped who you are, you can reshape yourself by choosing new actions, new thoughts, and new perspectives. The science of self-awareness. Now, let's look at what modern science says about the self. Neuroscience and psychology both confirm what Buddhism has taught for centuries. The self is not a fixed entity. It is shaped by the brain, by memories, and by external influences. Cognitive psychology explains that our perception of reality is filtered through past experiences. Your brain does not simply record the world as it is. It interprets, modifies, and sometimes even distorts what you see and feel. This is why two people can experience the same event but remember it in completely different ways. Neuroscience also shows us that our brains are constantly changing. This is known as neuroplasticity. Every time you think a thought, make a decision, or experience something new, your brain forms new connections. This means that no matter how deeply ingrained your habits or beliefs are, they can be rewired. You are never stuck with who you are today. With the right effort, you can reshape your mind and transform your life. Psychologists have also discovered that many people do not fully understand themselves because of cognitive biases. These are mental shortcuts that cause us to see things in distorted ways. For example, we tend to believe that our emotions define who we are. If you feel anxious, you might think, "I am an anxious person." But that is not true. Anxiety is just a temporary experience, not your identity. Similarly, many of us are influenced by social conditioning. From a young age, we are taught how to think, what to believe, and what is acceptable. Over time, these influences shape our self-image. But how much of that is truly you? How much of what you believe about yourself was given to you by others? Why do so many people struggle to understand themselves? If understanding ourselves is so important, why do so many of us struggle with it? The answer is simple. We are often too distracted by the external world to look within. We are constantly bombarded with messages telling us who we should be. Success is defined for us. Happiness is sold to us. From childhood, we are conditioned to follow a path that society deems correct. But the truth is, no one else can define your path for you. Only you can discover what is truly meaningful to you. Another reason is fear. Looking within can be uncomfortable. When we examine ourselves honestly, we might discover beliefs that no longer serve us or emotions we have suppressed. But avoiding these things does not make them go away. The only way to truly understand yourself is to face them with courage. Lastly, many of us struggle with self-awareness because we are stuck in old patterns. We repeat the same behaviors, react the same way to situations, and think the same thoughts every day. This creates an illusion of stability. But just because something feels familiar does not mean it is your true self. The path forward. The good news is that change is possible. By combining the wisdom of Buddhism with the discoveries of modern science, we can take practical steps to deepen our self-awareness. In the next section, we will explore powerful techniques that will help you connect with your true self. Meditation, self-inquiry, mindfulness, and conscious reflection will become your tools for transformation. Because you are not just the product of your past. You are not limited by who you were yesterday. The journey to understanding yourself is not about finding something outside of you. It is about uncovering the truth that has always been within. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and get ready to embark on the most important journey of your life. The journey to knowing yourself. Practical methods to understand yourself and awaken. Understanding yourself is not just an intellectual exercise. It is a journey, a deep exploration that requires both awareness and practice. It is about breaking through the layers of conditioning, fear, and distraction that have kept you from seeing your true nature. And this journey is not just about personal growth. It is about awakening. If you truly want to know yourself, if you want to live with clarity, purpose, and inner peace, then you must take action. Today, I will share with you some of the most powerful methods that have been used for centuries to unlock self-awareness and move toward enlightenment. These practices come from both ancient wisdom and modern science, and they have the power to transform your life. The power of meditation and mindfulness. One of the most direct paths to self-understanding is meditation. Meditation is not about escaping the world. It is about looking deeply within, observing your thoughts, emotions, and patterns without judgment. When you sit in stillness, you begin to notice something incredible. Your thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. Your emotions rise and fall like waves in the ocean. But you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness that observes them. This realization is life-changing. It means that no matter what is happening in your mind, you are not controlled by it. You can choose how to respond. You can choose peace over chaos. You can choose wisdom over reaction. To begin, set aside just 10 minutes a day to focus on your breath. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. When thoughts arise, do not fight them. Simply notice them and return to your breath. With time, you will develop a deep sense of clarity and control over your mind. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. It is about being fully present in whatever you are doing, whether you are eating, walking, or talking with someone. Be there completely. Pay attention to every detail. When you live mindfully, you stop being lost in endless distractions. You begin to truly experience life, asking deep questions to reveal your true self. Most people never take the time to ask themselves deep questions. They live on autopilot, following routines and expectations without ever stopping to ask, who am I really? What do I truly want? What beliefs are holding me back? If you want to understand yourself, you must be willing to question everything. Here are some powerful questions to reflect on. What brings me true joy? Not just temporary pleasure, but real, lasting fulfillment. What fears control my decisions? Are they real? Or have I created them in my mind? What values do I truly believe in? And am I living according to them? If today were my last day on earth, what would I regret not doing? Take a journal and write down your answers. Be honest. The more you reflect on these questions, the more clarity you will gain. Breaking free from limiting beliefs. Many of us are trapped by beliefs that are not even ours. We have been told we are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. Over time, these messages become part of our identity. But here is the truth. These beliefs are just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. If you find yourself thinking, I cannot do this, replace it with I am learning and growing every day. If you think people will judge me, replace it with I live according to my truth, not their opinions. Rewiring your mind takes practice, but it is possible. Science has proven that our brains are adaptable. The more you challenge your limiting beliefs, the weaker they become. The more you replace them with empowering thoughts, the stronger you become. Mastering your emotions instead of being controlled by them. Emotions are a powerful force. They can lift you up or pull you down. They can inspire action or cause destruction. But here is something important to understand. Your emotions are not the problem. It is your relationship with them that matters. When you feel anger, sadness, or fear, do not suppress it. Do not let it control you either. Instead, observe it. Ask yourself, where is this feeling coming from? What is it trying to tell me? For example, if you feel anger, look deeper. Are you feeling unheard, disrespected, or hurt? If you feel fear, ask yourself, is this fear protecting me? Or is it keeping me from growth? By understanding your emotions instead of reacting blindly to them, you gain incredible power over your life, living in alignment with your core values. To truly know yourself, you must live in harmony with what matters most to you. Ask yourself, what are the 5 most important values in my life? Is it honesty, compassion, freedom, growth, creativity? Now take an honest look at your life. Are you living in alignment with these values? Or are you compromising them for the sake of fitting in? When your actions align with your values, you feel a deep sense of peace and purpose. When they do not, you feel lost and disconnected. The choice is yours. The journey begins now. Self-awareness is not a one-time realization. It is a lifelong journey. Every day, you have the opportunity to go deeper, to learn more, to become more conscious of who you truly are. Start small. Practice mindfulness. Ask yourself powerful questions. Challenge your old beliefs. Understand your emotions. Live in alignment with your values. The more you do this, the clearer your path will become. And one day, you will look back and realize that the person you were searching for was always within you. Your journey to awakening starts now. Are you ready to take the first step? Conclusion. The journey to self-understanding and awakening. Understanding yourself is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. It is a path of discovery, growth, and transformation. And just like the Buddha, who spent years looking within to find truth, we too must turn inward to unlock the wisdom that has always been inside us. Many people spend their lives searching for meaning in the outside world. They chase success, approval, and material comfort, hoping that these things will bring them happiness. But true fulfillment does not come from the outside. It comes from within. When you take the time to truly know yourself, you begin to see life differently. You stop feeling lost You stop living according to the expectations of others. Instead, you live with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. You take control of your emotions. You make decisions with confidence. You break free from limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long. This journey is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, discomfort, and even fear. But every step you take brings you closer to the truth of who you are. And when you reach that place of deep self-awareness, you will realize that enlightenment is not some distant goal. It is here. It is now. It is within you. So I ask you, are you ready to take this journey? Are you ready to go beyond the surface, to explore your mind, to question what you have always believed, and to step into the most authentic version of yourself? Because the truth is, you already have everything you need, the answers you seek, the peace you long for, the clarity you desire. They are all inside you, waiting for you to notice them. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for life to slow down. The time to begin is now. Start by observing your thoughts. Start by asking yourself the deep questions. Start by choosing self-awareness over distraction. Because the path to enlightenment does not begin somewhere far away. It begins right here. It begins with you. It begins with you. And it begins today.